the best place to work.
I love working here.
I feel very blessed.
I love it here.
I look forward to coming to work every day, being a part of this team.
Like a family away from home.
Where everyone feels like everybody knows their name.
A city that supports you. We see that with our benefits.
A pension, vacation days, job security.
Being able to be heard.
We feel valued. We feel respected.
Lee Summit is a very progressive city.
It's growing, it's thriving.
We have this drive towards not just doing a job, but doing it with a spirit of excellence.
I had the opportunity to continue to grow, regardless of 30 plus years doing this kind of work.
It's more than just dollars and cents.
We're here really to give back.
Providing a service to better a community.
To go out and serve people.
To be a part of something bigger than yourself. If I would have known what I know now, years ago, I would have been here much sooner.
Hello, Lee Summit. I'm Jordan. Here's your flash briefing for the week of April 13th. City Council will meet for a regular session Tuesday night at 6 in Council Chambers in City Hall. Meetings are open to the public or watch live on the city's YouTube channel. If you can't watch, catch the recorded meeting on demand on the YouTube channel or by subscribing to the Council Debrief newsletter, which breaks down 3 to 4 key agenda items. Subscribe at cityofls.net. Looking for a fun night out with friends or someone special? Head to Green Street on Friday, April 17th at 7 p.m. for Adult Night Out. Put your knowledge to the test and warm up those vocal cords for Trivioki with DJ Rosie. This free event is open to those 18 and older. Stay up to date on upcoming events at greenstreetls.com. And Recycle Fest is back on April 25th from 9 a.m. to noon at the city's maintenance facility. It's an opportunity for Lee Summit residents to dispose of a variety of items that can be recycled and repurposed, including 4 paper grocery bags of sensitive documents per household to be shredded. Find a full list of acceptable items on the city's website. Thanks for listening and have a great week.
Traditionally, we think as police officers, those responding to law enforcement needs within the community. But honestly, we are there to serve our citizens, and our citizens do go into crisis. They do have mental health crises, and we're being called to those scenes on a regular basis. In order to help serve those citizens better, we did initiate the Crisis Intervention Team Program. These are officers that are specially trained to de-escalate crisis situations. Recently, we've brought co-responders onto the scene, licensed qualified mental health professionals housed within our police department, and they respond with those officers directly to those scenes where a crisis is occurring so they can interact with that citizen and get them the help they need right there on that scene.
The co-responders are either a bachelor or master level in a behavioral health related field. They wear plain clothes, they don't carry weapons or anything like that.
I have a police radio that I listen to all day. Listen for, those key words: mental health, behavioral health, crisis.
There's a lot of officers that just call for me. I have my own radio number.
I also have the ability to self-dispatch to them and say 982 is en route.
Officers en route, 914, Arbor.
So typically I arrive after they've made it safe. I'll make contact and get kind of the rundown, and then I just kind of jump right in.
Like, hey, my name's Allison. I'm a mental health professional. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to take you to jail or arrest you.
Sometimes all a person needs is a voice, someone neutral, someone outside that, can listen. I do a lot of safety planning, including family, their support network, who's close to you. If they're home alone, who can come over and hang out with you today? Can we lock away your sharps? Can we put up your meds? Do you need meds? Can we get you over to the urgent care to get you assessed for your medications? Some of them also are like, oh, I'm so glad you came. This made me feel so much better.
Our main goal as co-responders is to, one, get people connected to the services that they need, and also divert from emergency rooms and jails.
And they almost get a different view of the police responding. That lets me know you care and the officers care.
Please, how can we help you?
My husband
In 2020, we had 722 mental health related calls for service. 2022, by that time, 1,479. These mental health related calls for service are increasing. How we're responding to that is increasing the number of crisis intervention team officers we have available, as well as the number of co-responders we have available to respond on these calls.
So what I think is important for the community to know about the co-responder program is that we're here, we exist. All you have to do when you call 911 is ask for us. Say, hey, I want a co-responder to respond to this crisis, and we'll go. I was really struggling about 8 years ago on my personal journey with mental health, and I met some amazing social workers and amazing programs that have helped me get to where I am today. I really couldn't see myself doing anything else. We want to help, and that's what we love to do.
So I had a client, we got a call, she had some suicidal ideations, and she really felt that she had nobody. And and getting to know her story and getting to know who comes around and sees you, well then we found a support person and they responded immediately and we made a plan. I called back and checked on her in an hour, and then I checked on her in 2 hours. We were able to get her into the additional services to where she talks to someone every week or more. I just took a person that really just thought they had nobody and nobody would show up for them, and show them you do. And you'll be amazed who is in your corner if you just simply say, I need a little help.
Welcome to the Lee Summit Sign Department. We are going to walk you through our process from start to finish. We make signs as needed here. It's not like we just go out into the field and place a speed limit sign here, or no parking here. Our traffic engineers, they go through and they'll do field studies. They'll send us down an engineering work order for us to go out, place new signs or remove signs as needed. Coming from the material, our blanks come in and they're just aluminum blanks. We can put our white, our red, our fluorescent yellow, green, whatever. And basically what it looks like is just that there. Throw it up into the roller. And once we got it covered, take it to our work table here, and Tim will cut the corners, cut all the access off to where it's lined up right. As far as the plotter and the software that we use, there's a street name sign there, and he's gonna go ahead and print that out on the plotter so you can see the plotter and how it operates and runs. There's standards for the height, even just on letters on the sign blank. Basically what we have on the computer there is it's pretty much set up to those. And it goes through, it's got a very small but sharp needle that goes through and cuts everything out letter by letter. Once that's done cutting, our next stage would be bringing it over here. Currently picking out the sign letters right now. We call it weeding or picking, or however you want to call it. Next, putting it on the transfer tape. Then after it's taped, we bring it over to the roller. That's where we apply it to the actual sign blank. And we'll roll it through one time just to get the air bubbles out. And the last stage is basically just taking the transfer tape off the front of it. And there's a finished product of the street name sign. We'll take you out to the field and show you our process that we go through. We're gonna go out and follow our sign guys and get something installed for you. This is where we check our underground utilities. Tim, you got AT&T?
AT&T's back here.
Evergy, Google, so we should be good to go. We normally put all of our stuff together out in the field. Then once the base is installed, we'll go ahead and put the post in there. We've come up to perfect. And that's how we do it. Simple. Quick.
I really love living in our historic downtown. I walk my dog around the shops, take her for, they do pub cups at Poppy's, so you can get ice cream with a little dog biscuit in it, which is her favorite thing in the world. My neighbors, we have block parties together. I really like how welcoming and how vibrant it is. It's an amazing place to live. Lee Summit's a really great community. I love living here, and I just wanted to try to find a way to give back, look out for my neighbors, for the community. I've always tried to be involved. Before serving on City Council, I used to volunteer with AFS, which is an organization that hosts foreign exchange students. So my husband and I have hosted kids from around the world and then also volunteered with local families and schools. In my professional life, I'm a paralegal, and then in my personal life, I enjoy reading, sewing. I'm a quilter, so I just finished a log cabin quilt that I'm going to send to my aunt out in DC. I can't claim any of our council accomplishments for myself. This is always a team effort. But I am really excited about the farmers market and event space that we have coming in. It's still in the design phases, but I think it's going to be a really beautiful space, and it's going to really continue keeping our downtown thriving. It's been in progress for a long time, but I think that people are going to really love it when it's done. I think one of my top priorities is going to be attainable housing. That, for example, I've been trying to find a place for my mom in Lee Summit. It's really challenging finding something that really works for a retiree who doesn't have a huge budget. Just trying to make it more attainable for people no matter where they're at in their lives to be a part of our community. Community is what we make it. Everybody should get involved in whatever way they can, whether that's just voting or whether it's joining a board or a commission or even running for office. What do they say? The world is run by those who show up. So get involved however you can and make a difference in the community.
Welcome, everyone. Would you please rise for the invocation and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Heavenly Father, we are grateful for the opportunity to come together tonight. We pray that you guide us in our decisions and give us discernment and wisdom in all that we do. Let us continue to be humbled by your love and grace and always remember who you are and whose we are, and to serve our community to the best of our God-given ability. In your name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome again, everyone. Welcome. I'm calling to order the City of Mesa Summit regular session number 68 as amended. Could I get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Hodges.
Here.
Councilmember Rader.
Present.
Councilmember Pryor.
Here.
Councilmember Shields.
Here.
Councilmember Carlisle.
Present.
Councilmember Lovell. Councilmember Funk.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Here.
Mayor Baird.
Here. All right, first thing on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I have a motion to adopt the agenda by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It passes unanimously. Thank you. Next is the approval of the consent agenda. I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. I need one. There we go. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It passes unanimously. Thank you. Next is the council roundtable. These are items of general interest, things going on in your district. Has anybody been to the farmer's market since it opened? Councilmember Shields.
I have been to the farmer's market. It is amazing. It's wonderful having it up and running again this year. It's going Wednesdays and Saturday mornings, so everybody should go and check it out. We have a great array of local vendors, fresh produce, baked goods, also like bath products. Like I've gotten bath bombs for my son. So like there's a lot of like fun stuff. And then also at Green Street is going to be Critter Chat Thursday night. So they bring exotic animals out, and I forget what I feel like something interesting on a leash is going to be this week, but now I forget what it is. So you have to go and find out. That's the cliffhanger for you. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, we have a proclamation. Could I get, I know Mr. Dean's here. Anybody else with Mr. Dean? Come forward, please. He's not, okay, Mr. Snook's here. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. All right. Whereas Earth Day and Arbor Day are occasions to celebrate the beauty, diversity, and importance of our natural environment, whereas Earth Day serves as a reminder of our collective responsibility to protect and preserve the Earth's ecosystems, biodiversity, and natural resources, whereas the health of our environment directly impacts the health and well-being of the current and future generations, as well as the diverse ecosystems that support life on Earth. Arbor Day is a time to recognize the significant role that trees play in enhancing air quality, mitigating climate change, and providing habitat for wildlife. Whereas trees contribute to the health and well-being of communities by providing clean air, shade, and beauty while reducing energy costs and improving water quality. Earth Day and Arbor Day provide opportunities for individuals, communities, and organizations to engage in environmental education, conservation, and stewardship activities. By virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Mesa Summit, I do hereby proclaim April 22nd, 2026 as Earth Day, and April 24th, 2026 as Arbor Day. All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. We'll get a picture. Oh, you're getting a video. Very nice. So who do I have with me here?
Joe Snook, Administrator of the Parks Department. Michael Park, Director of Public Works.
Ryan Elam, Assistant City Manager and member of the Tree Board.
We have a lot of nice trees in our parks, so good job. Well done, sir. Do you want to make any other comments, Mr. Park?
Well, I'd just make mention that this Saturday we have Stream Team event out at McKee Park from 10 a.m. to noon. So welcome anybody to join us out there. There's sign-ups online and more information available there. And then a week from Saturday we have Recycle Fest at the maintenance facility on Hamlin Road. Also that same day is just kind of a general awareness, clean the city or sweep the summit event. Community-wide, get involved, pick up litter and trash around the community, and welcome all to take part in that.
Well, we appreciate all the efforts you guys have been doing, and I appreciate that you're getting it out there on the websites and such the last couple of years, the way we've been doing. So thank you. All right, we're ready. Thank you. Thank you. All right, they changed out my scripts up here. There must be a new mayor or something coming. This is totally different. All right, I'll see if I can follow this one. I'm going to close the regular session and open the public hearing in the matter of agenda item 5A. This is a rezoning from CP2 to CS and preliminary development plan for Shamrock Park Flex Space, 21 Southeast 30th Street. Matt Schlicht, Engineering Solutions, is the applicant. Would all those wishing to speak to this matter please rise to be sworn in by the city clerk? Oh, thank you.
You do.
Mr. Schlicht.
Good evening. Matt Schlicht, Engineering Solutions, 50 Southeast 30th Street, Lee Summit, Missouri. I have the owner with me tonight, too, if you have any questions that I can't answer. But essentially, we're out south end of town, southeast side, 291 out by Shamrock Golf Course. Sunbelt Rental, Spire Energy, and the Engineering Solutions World Headquarters is down that way. So just to the north side of M150 Highway. Proposing a 10,000 square foot building for a flex space, 8-unit flex space in a zoning in the business park that currently is zoned CP2. The rest of the business park is a CS zoning, kind of a lighter use between the industrial. It's on the far east side where Spire Gas is. Part of our proposal is to continue the use of future land use map shows us as a mixed use type development or in kind of a commercial use development amongst all of the golf course to the south, potential residential stuff to the north, and commercial along the corridor. Existing portions of the business park, this is getting to be one of the last lots that are left, kind of on the southwest corner. So Shamrock Golf Course is down on the south end of it. Sunbelt Rental is out there on the 291, so we're on the outer road side of it. The proposal for the flex space is to utilize a metal building that has a mixture of metal panels, metal siding, and then some stone and some capstone. This is looking at the south elevations, east elevations as we kind of go around the building. So this would be the interior side of what you'd have. So everybody would have an overhead door with a man door to access their facility and use. Kind of a 3D rendering of what it would look like and some materials, examples of what would be there. The idea of this flex space is to be kind of like some of the others have been with kind of the man cave, or as Planning Commissioner Frazier said last time, the she shed, just to make sure we put that in there. And less on the idea of being maybe a user of construction or a larger stuff because it's a smaller type lots, and more of a independent or intimate type use with the 8 spaces that would be in there. So as you look, the access will be off of 30th Street in between 2 existing uses that drive in there. The access will be kind of to the south with the golf course sitting down in here. And the golf course, if you're familiar, this is kind of the unused portion of the golf course. It's just to the west side of hole 10, kind of to the north side of the clubhouse. So it's kind of a driving range kind of area, so a very limited use at this time on that side. We do have a few modifications that we are requesting. Under CP2 zoning, all the setbacks would be fine, but as the CS has a consistent 20-foot setback on all sides, we're requesting a reduction of 15 foot for the front and 10 foot for the sides, which is consistent again with the CP2 that is currently zoned, but we are going to CS. Landscaping fence is required technically on the south side because we're adjacent to the golf course side of it. But again, since that's a very unused portion of the golf course, we've proposed and added some additional landscaping vegetation along that side. There's an existing tree mass that exists out there. So all we're asking is that we don't have to put up that vinyl fence along that south side because we don't feel like there's any screening necessary. And then the other one is the sidewalk and pedestrian connection that would be required per code to get out to 30th Street. However, on 30th Street, there's really no sidewalk currently installed on most of the business park. Up by Sunbelt Rental, there is some sidewalk, but most of the business park was built pre-2008, 2007 range when sidewalks just weren't there. So there's really no place for the sidewalk to go. We did hold a neighborhood meeting and no one did attend. We're there for any questions you may have.
All right, thank you. Staff, thank you.
Okay, Dare Bright, Senior Planner. I'd like to enter into the record Exhibit A, list of exhibits 1 through 18.
Please enter into the record Exhibit A, 1 through 18.
The applicant is requesting approval of a rezoning from CP2, which is Planned Community Commercial, to CS, which is our Planned Commercial Services District, and a PDP for development of an office warehouse building at 21 Southeast 30th Street. There are 3 modifications being requested, and staff analysis will be provided later in the presentation. The surrounding zoning includes Ag, CP2, and CS. Adjacent uses include offices and a construction contractor to the north, outdoor recreation to the south, offices to the east, and old M291 highway to the west. The future land use map designates the subject property as being mixed use, which calls for a mixed commercial area with industrial uses dispersed throughout. The proposed building will be 10,395 square feet and consist of 8 tenant spaces. The applicant is proposing 10 standard stalls and 1 ADA stall, which meet the requirements for the UDO for the warehouse transfer and storage land use. A neighborhood meeting was held on February 4th, and 0 members of the public attended. Planning Commission held a public hearing on March 12th, where they recommended unanimous approval of the project. The elevations were reviewed under the recently adopted architecture and building design standards, and all of those are being met. The building includes a mix of materials, including flat metal panels, corrugated metal panels, clear glass, and brick veneer. The applicant is requesting approval of a modification to waive the requirement to provide walkways to and between adjacent land uses as outlined in the M150 CDO. Staff is supportive of the requested modification. The adjacent land uses and developments do not contain walkways. Also, the subject subdivision was developed prior to adoption of the M150 CDO, so many of the properties do not implement the site design standards identified within the overlay district. The proposed development is compatible with the existing character of the surrounding area. The applicant is also requesting approval of a modification to reduce the required setbacks as required by the CS district. Staff is supportive of the requested modification as the development plan continues to meet landscaping requirements despite the reduced setbacks, ensuring that the intent of the code's buffering and screening standards are being met. The last modification being requested is to install a medium impact buffer with additional evergreens in lieu of a wall, fence, or berm along that southern property line. Staff is supportive of the requested modification. The installation of the medium impact buffer with the additional evergreens meets the intent of the code by providing a wall of landscaping that will maintain year-round buffering and screening from the property to the south. With the conditions of approval shown here, the application meets the requirements of the UDO and the goals of the Ignite Comprehensive Plan, and I am here for any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you. Questions for staff or the applicant? Councilmember Shields.
Thank you, Mayor. So they said there was a neighborhood meeting, but there wasn't anyone that attended. I assume that the golf course owners were noticed for that? Were they aware?
Yes.
And so they haven't made any objections to the zoning, the setback modification?
They have not.
Anything? Okay, that's all I had. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Schlicht, is there a curb? Is that what that is? Like, can you look at the top-down view? The architectural plan? Yeah, like slide 9 or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, these are curbs, but you're not showing them there in the rendering, right?
Curbs on the...
They're little islands. They're little jet out in the parking lot. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, so like out in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are curbed islands, landscape islands would be on the ends.
And then go to your rendering. So it'd be where between the Corvette and the person.
Yeah, so there'll be one that'll be out in here and then one out in here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can navigate that.
Yeah, so that's, like I say, as far as our use, I think that's where we're going to start to remove some of the contractors or bigger trucks and think that it's probably going to be guys that have the cars or want a man cave or she shed or whatever it may end up being.
So you're putting them there to protect the different spaces?
And per code requirement of having some landscape islands in that parking just to not have that sea mass of asphalt out there.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm not seeing any other questions, so is there anyone that wishes to speak in favor or against the application? Please come forward.
Teresa Vollenweider, 5201 Northeast Maybrook Road. One of my concerns would be if you're putting in evergreens there, who ultimately takes care of all that and makes sure that those are growing and aren't dead and just staying there? And then, do people sleep overnight in these places? And how would we know? I mean, is that part of what this is supposed to be, is a place where someone lives? I know Matthew Schlicht presented something like one of these man cave things before, and I'm wondering, did that go through? Did that happen? And what's happening there? Do we know what's happening in that particular man cave place? It just seems really strange to me, because I would be wondering if people are living there, and how does that affect real estate taxes? I think there's lots of questions to ask about this, and they're not being asked.
Thank you. Councilmember Pryor?
Thank you, Mayor. That is a good question. I do remember when, I believe it was up towards North Lee Summit, when something like this was presented to us before, and we did talk about whether or not people would be staying the night there. But would you be able to address that? And then as far as the landscaping goes, who takes care of the landscaping?
Yeah, so these will all be rented units, so there still will be a master developer that will own the lots and landscaping just like any commercial building, so he'll be responsible for maintaining it and keeping it up and making sure that it is alive. No one will be able to stay, live, or habitate in any one of these. It's a commercial business area, so that's someone will use it for, storing a vehicle, or like I said, like we went through the last time, maybe an online salesperson or someone might store some of the material that they would then ship out somewhere else. But we're not bringing people here to do retail sales, but potentially it's someone who, makes something and sells it out like on a Etsy or a site like that or some other pieces of it. So it's more of a no customer-based, work is coming out of here. Just like we always call it a man cave idea, just because that's one of the drivers, I think, that created this type of use. But there's other ones in town. On Thompson Drive, there's one constructed and being used and I think completely full. There's one being developed right now and being built on Decker Street. The one up north is in plan review, hoping to get started soon, just hasn't made it to that point yet.
So how much does one of these run a month? I don't remember. Did you say?
I don't know that I know. And do you have a rate yet of knowing? You want to come on up? Well, ask the developer. That's his world.
Yeah, well, it depends on the
Your
size.
name and address.
Mike Urich. I live at 2911 Northeast View Park Place. And from the online comparisons, the smaller ones will go from anywhere from $1,200 a month, the larger ones, $2,500 a month.
Okay, thank you. And it won't have any plumbing inside of it or anything? It's not going to be appealing to live in?
Well, no, it'll be climate controlled. There will be plumbing.
There will be?
Yeah,
Bathrooms?
yes,
Oh, okay.
you bet.
Okay, well, who's going to monitor to make sure that nobody does live? Is that something that will be monitored pretty frequently?
Oh, sure, you bet. Yeah, yeah. No, obviously, we're going to know who the tenants are. We're going to be doing our own maintenance checks, quarterly, semi-annually to, make sure the plumbing, the heating, AC, all those kinds of units are all well-maintained and in a working order and appropriate. So, yeah, I mean, the build-outs, the intent is to have maybe a small office space and then an area to store inventory, to store a vehicle, to store equipment, have and like I say, have an office, and if somebody wants to, store their personal boat or something else in that fashion, we see that as, in the market as well, so.
Okay, thank you very much.
You bet.
Can I ask, are you going to take care of the trees too, sir? You're going to take care of the landscaping? since that was asked
Yes, you
earlier?
bet, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if you look at the requirements, under the zoning requirements for the overlay, this will be the best-looking building in that area. It'll be beautiful.
Thank you. Other questions or comments from council? Does the applicant care to make any further comment? Nothing. Thank you. Hearing no further testimony, I'm closing the public hearing and reopening the regular session. Is there any council discussion on this application? Seeing none, Councilmember Funk, would you please read Bill number 26-079?
Thank you, Mayor. I advance to second reading Bill number 26-079, an ordinance approving rezoning from District CP2 Planned Community Commercial to District CS Planned Commercial Services and Preliminary Development Plan for Shamrock Park Flex Space on approximately 0.81 acres and land located at 21 Southeast 30th Street, all in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 33, the Unified Development Ordinance of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-079 by Councilmember Funk, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion. Seeing none, please cast your vote. Please, all votes are in. Please record the vote. That does pass unanimously. It'll go to second reading. I think it'll go to second reading in a couple weeks, Mr. Downing? May?
Next week will be.
We will do second reading on it?
Yep.
All right, we'll do second reading next week, so thank you for investing in Lee Summit. All right, we're going to go to public comments. We have a few. So, on the public comments, these citizens may address the mayor and council on items on the agenda or items related to the operations of the city. The speakers will be restricted to 3 minutes. Minutes may not be transferred from one speaker to another. The speakers need to stay on to items on the agenda, operations of the city. We need a fair and orderly discussion. No threats or attacks on other private citizens. First up is Barbie McMullen.
Excuse me, Mayor Baird. I have one more to add if you are good with that. Okay.
Thank you.
Do I just speak my name? Or just say my name?
Yeah, please say your name, and if you want to take the microphone instead, you can.
Yeah, because I can't see you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just leave it there. My name is Barbie McMullen, 1009 Southeast Tolonia Drive. I am both a Lee Summit resident and a city employee. First, I want to thank you for the work you've done to recognize the needs of public safety and to ensure that our fire and police personnel are compensated competitively. That investment matters and it is noticed. I'm here tonight to speak about the issue that directly impacts the communication professions who support both of those services every single day.
Fire dispatchers are currently part of the IAFF union, while police dispatchers do not have the same opportunity to unionize under the FOP. As a result, once this new contract passes, we are seeing a growing compensation gap between fire and police dispatch, ranging from about $4.72 to $9.41 an hour. That is a 20 to 39% pay difference. At the same time, we are preparing for an exciting and long-anticipated move into the Joint Operations Center, tentatively scheduled for May 26th. We are proud of the collaboration this represents and the improved service it will bring to our community. However, it is deeply concerning to move into a shared workspace where employees performing closely related, high-stress, and mission-critical work are compensated so differently. It's important to understand that police dispatch serves as the primary PSAP for Lee Summit. That means we answer all initial 911 calls. We are the first voice people hear in the most critical moments, and we are responsible for gathering information and routing calls appropriately, including transferring to fire dispatch when fire or EMS are needed. This pay discrepancy is not a new issue. It was identified over 8 years ago with commitments made at the time to address it prior to co-location. Unfortunately, instead of improving, the gap has grown significantly. Over the past few years, we have made meaningful progress in recruitment and retention thanks to the efforts of the senior compensation and classification analyst, police leadership, our dedicated dispatch trainers, and the communication specialists themselves. Together, we have reduced mandatory overtime from an average of over 600 hours per month to fewer than 40. That progress has been very hard-earned. But this current disparity risks undoing that work. It affects morale, retention, and our ability to continue building a strong and experienced communications team. We are asking that you consider immediate solutions to address this discrepancy before the move into the Joint Operations Center. Doing so would demonstrate a continued commitment to equity within public safety and to the people who serve behind the scenes every day. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Kara Starlin.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. My name is Kara Starlin. I'm the Environmental Specialist in Public Works. I'm a member of the Corps General group, and I'm here to represent them tonight. I'm not a member of the community. I have been historically, but I am not currently. But many members of Corps General are residents of the city. I'd like to thank you for the significant progress you have made in addressing the disparity we've had in compensation for, our represented groups. But it's the non-represented group we're talking about tonight. The recent agreements the police officers and firefighters have come to reflect a clear commitment to recruitment and retention and maintaining competitive standards. And that matters. We understand that, and that is appreciated. But then again, that's not for everyone. I want to respectfully bring your attention to a group that has not seen the same level of progress, the non-represented Corps General group. While most of our unionized groups have received substantial market adjustments, some in the range of 18 to 20%, Corps General employees currently are proposed to receive 3.5% increase in the current upcoming budget, without any significant adjustment to pay ranges or market alignment. This obviously is the lowest adjustment among all of our employee groups, regardless of representation. It's also important to note that the city's last comprehensive compensation study for Corps General employees was 2017. That's 9 years ago. Since then, the labor market has changed dramatically. Although a new study has been underway for a couple of years, it hasn't resulted in any actionable recommendations for the upcoming fiscal year or the current fiscal year. Corps General employees have been patient since 2017. However, we're still waiting for consequential progress in pay structure and long-term growth planning. These employees are essential to daily operations of the city, just like fire, just like police. We are essential. We support every department, including fire and police. We support every service. We support every success. We achieve this all together, but we are not compensated equitably. So tonight, I respectfully ask the council to take the next step to ensure that as we enter budget season and begin the new fiscal year on July 1st, that we make meaningful progress toward fair, equitable, and market competitive compensation for all employees, not just those that are represented because they have a representative standing for them. Thank you for your time, your leadership, and your continued service to the community.
All right, thank you. Mr. Dunning, hopefully you took some good notes there because I want to support, we all want to support Corps General, and they are essential and vital. I also want to, when you come forward and present, which needs to be soon, we need more to the story than what was just stated, because that was 3 minutes, and that was a lot more than that's gone on in 8 years. So I want to fix the disparities, and I know that you have a plan coming forward. So would you at least state what that is, so that we can at least educate other people that are not as involved?
Sure. So that we're talking about what we refer to as a pay and growth plan that's been in the works for a number of years to get through for the Corps General employees. We're in that work. We're doing that work right now, but that takes time to do well, I'll say this. Recently, you all heard the presentation about the market comparator cities. That's a step in the process, and so we're in that process right now. But that takes time. It's not an immediate solution because it's a lot of work to look at all the job descriptions within the ranks of the Corps General employees and to get through that research and recommendations.
So when you do these comparisons, you have to try to make sure that you're comparing like jobs to like jobs in other cities. And I know that in 2017, there was a study that was done, but honestly, it wasn't adequate. We had to do a lot of work in-house thereafter to determine that, and we had to spend a lot of time and resources on that. And I'm assuming we're going to do the same thing coming right up.
Yes, I will share that, I recognize the importance of doing a quality study in order to make sure that we're bringing forward the best information we can to make these decisions. And so that's a huge component of doing this work.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be grilling you on one of my very last meetings, but are you gonna be communicating this to the Corps General so that they kind of know what's coming and timelines and expectations and things like that?
Yes, and along the way we have, and I've been transparent, and there's challenges in the process of getting through this work, and that's been shared as well.
Okay. Just more communication, sir, and then communicate to us when you're communicating to them so that we know kind of where we are on things. But thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We're going to go to next on the list, Mr. Alshawish.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So the election is over now, and I'm grateful I got to see the insider playbook up close. You guys have a pretty simple strategy. Incentivize and mobilize tax recipients and hope that taxpayers aren't paying enough attention to vote. Look how it played out. All the winning candidates were heavily funded and endorsed by those who stand to gain directly from more taxes and bigger government. This includes unions who are in the middle of contract negotiations, developers receiving hundreds of millions in city subsidies, and teachers pushing for the new Prop C tax. And of course, we schedule the election during spring break when many families are traveling and less likely to vote early. And most voters had no idea that we were in the middle of massive union contract negotiations that add millions to an already strained budget. And they weren't told directly that Prop C would raise their property taxes. The school board and superintendent made comments to indicate that some wouldn't.
Sir, the school board's on the other side of town.
Bro, give me a second here. Don't interrupt me. Come on.
Mr. Alshawish,
Let me talk.
Stick to the city.
We're talking about the city. Anyway, we saw how strongly residents rejected tax hikes when they recalled Trank White. Yet the city and the school board still were able to pass through these negotiations, the new contracts, and the Prop C. And so the result is the schools gained about $4 million in new revenue. And in the same election, they unknowingly handed power to a city council and mayor that will keep funneling hundreds of millions to developers and special interests, siphoning resources away from our public schools and our public services. Now, you may have bought an election by mobilizing unions and teachers, but we all know the money isn't there to pay for it. And the poor people who just spoke are about to find that out. You guys can't even make good on the agreements you made to the unions. So they know they're not getting a pay increase. And it looks like our outgoing mayor is planning to take the same approach to the county level, rallying tax recipients against a tired and frustrated base of taxpayers. And you have to do this because you built a house of cards here at the city, and the cracks are already starting to show. You desperately need more tax revenue to keep it from collapsing right after your departure. And Beto, if Bill plays his cards right, he can buy a couple years' time, so the blame falls on you instead of him. The good news is it's going to make some captivating content for the Lee Summit Updates page, and I look forward to continuing to see you on Tuesday nights.
Thank you. I sure hope that the next council and mayor find a way to address this type of behavior. Negative. And I hope that, sir, I've got a lot of officers in the room tonight, so you need to stop talking from the crowd. That's my last warning, sir.
Fair enough.
Mr. Dunning, and you and Mr. Head got to get on the same page, and we've got to give the next council a chance to start with a reset, and it starts with the public comments and this type of defamation and such. And I understand that they can say what they want, and they can do what they want, but we're talking about the city operations. And if you want to talk about the employees, that's fine. They're all employees, whether they're union or not. And 8 years ago, I had to have these same discussions and conversations with everyone saying, and I did with staff, we're not talking about whether they're in a union or not. They're all employees. We're all one. And this council is all one. So you can try to divide us as we walk out the door, but this next council, stick together. Push back on this nonsense. Push back on people that all they want to do is divide and make up things and say whatever they want, because you're next. The moment you stop talking or start doing something that they don't like, they'll come after you and make up things. So, sir, I won't miss you. I won't miss this part of the meeting. I do appreciate the shout out. I mean, I guess that helps. I'm not sure. But you know, we can't have the meetings interrupted with this every single time. Ms. Fallenweider, at least you stick to the surveys and such. I will give you that, ma'am. So let's come on up and talk about the surveys, or are you going to talk about what's on your sheet here?
I'm going to talk about what's on the sheet.
All right, let's hear it.
We make some changes.
We're going to. And you're only going to get 3 minutes, so you better get going today.
Good for you.
Teresa Vollenweider, 5201 Northeast Maybrook Road. What I am hoping is that everyone up there on the dais learns about signed and sealed documents and what can be used and what cannot be used to have people arrested, to give to a neighbor to post and pretend like it's something that's been recorded at the county. So let's start with the 5261 Northeast Maybrook Road first plat. This is what was used to make that. And that is what was used to send to me to tell me to remove a fence. There's no signature or seal on that document. It should not have been used. Why Bob Anderson turned it into the city so that they could use it without putting a watermark on it or putting something to the effect of not to be used for any purpose. He did eventually do it. He did eventually put a preliminary watermark on it, but too late. So this then is what the neighbor ended up using and put on it that this has been recorded at the county. She got fooled, or they got fooled, maybe, but that was not recorded at the county. It was the first plat, unsigned, unsealed. I included the signed and sealed version of the minor plat in the attachments and left my colored drawings on the colored but unsigned version of the plat. It still accurately conveys our conclusions in a visual sense. So the person that produced that cartoon I had down there knew what he was doing. And that cartoon eventually resulted in me being arrested, thrown to the ground, a knee dropped on my neck by an obese police officer, and I had said, had that been one of my sisters that had that knee dropped on her neck, she'd have either ended up as a quadriplegic or dead.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Vollenwater. Mr. Floyd, you're up, sir.
I appreciate the grace you gave the last speaker after your deadline. Mr. Mayor, I heartily disagree with your viewpoint tonight, and that's what I'll say about that. First, I like Lee Summit. I like living here. The police and fire have always been very responsive to me when I have called, and that's great. I like the green space, and downtown Lee Summit has been a great pedestrian place to be. That's all wonderful, and I like that. Second, for those outgoing councils, you've served your city and now you move on. You know whether you've served honorably and altruistically. That was your charge after all. Third, I hope we aren't still playing the camera game. I would rather not do that. I'd like to graduate from grammar school where this is concerned. Let's stop pretending that we're honoring the city logo's sanctity by hiding public faces when at least 13 logos are visible from the rear camera. Floyd 28. Fourth, to those incoming and remaining councils, you have a tall order. You will be a true steward of the public trust. You must own this. You will swear and have sworn an oath to the Constitution. The same oath I swore, the same oath that those officers swore, the same oath that nearly 700,000 military swore who died in combat defending it. And that's heavy. And if you're not prepared to honor that oath, then those chairs are not the place for you. But I am hopeful. Fifth, this council is divided and this city hall is fractured. That is what you see in your rearview mirror. There are only 9 of you. You absolutely have to figure out how to work together and present as a council and not the cast of Dallas. This fix has got to start from the top, and Mr. Lopez, that's on you. Sixth, leadership, transparency, and engagement. These words are used a lot in the campaigns, and this point covers all 3 of those. People who publicly comment take the time out of their day to travel here to Green Street, sit down and wait sometimes 45 minutes to claim their 180 seconds to redress their government. The least you can do as their public servant is to look at them as they address you. Nothing in your hand, on your desk, in your lap, on your phone, on your screen or out the window is more important than a citizen addressing you from right here. Nothing. That's just a reminder. You are more visible than you think you are. Finally, I like Lee Summit. I want you to succeed as a responsible council. Help me want to support you.
All right, thank you. Kelly Carter.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Mayor and City Council, for letting me speak today. I'd like to thank Mayor Baird for his time and commitment and the impactful strategic plan that made the new apartments and the economic development possible in Lee Summit. Because of that, my son chose to move here back from MU, graduated Mizzou, came here, lives here, and lives in the Donovan. Because of you, he and several of his friends are building lives here, and they plan to buy homes here, and they have families here. They're going to stay here. It means so much knowing that they're in a safe, thriving community. Thank you, Mayor Baird and Council, for making that possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Ken Carter.
Thank you for letting me speak tonight. Being mayor is often a thankless and demands an incredible amount of time, energy, and sacrifice. Over the past 8 years, Mayor Baird, you have shown unwavering commitment to this community. In recent months, there have been negative comments and questions about your integrity. I want to address that, but not as a citizen, but as someone who has known you almost my entire life. In today's world, half-truths, political grandstanding, and drive-by attacks on character are the new norm. However, I can say with complete confidence that there is no one with more ethics and integrity than you. Mayor, it's been an honor to watch you over the last 8 years. I'm proud to call you my friend, and thank you for everything you've done for this community.
Thank you. All right. Appreciate y'all, everybody speaking tonight.
Mayor, I do have one more that would like to be added, if you would like.
Really, so that's another thing, like, I mean, we want everybody to speak, but we just have to tighten the rules and such, because otherwise it becomes a back and forth in the audience, and I don't really want that. Are you going to stay positive? All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Floyd, you don't like the fact that I asked if someone's going to stay positive, but you want me to give them grace and let them speak or not, sir?
It's up to me?
No.
Yeah, let him speak.
That was rhetorical, sir. Come forward.
Sorry for the delay in turning my paper in. I'm Melanie Adkins, and I wanted to say thank you all for your terms that are ending, especially Mayor Baird, Mayor Pro Tem Lopez. In the last 8 years, you've transformed our city in a positive way and left a mark that will change all of our lives in different ways and build us and make us stronger and sustainable. All the departments that you work with across the city are all stronger now than when we began. And they have amazing staff and amazing processes. The Parks and Rec Board is getting ready to have their field house and the pickleball courts coming up with a new park by Unity. They're thriving, and Lee Summit's amazing. The school board got recognized as #1 in Jackson County for the first time. Our schools are thriving. The downtown Main Street, after 30 years of community membership, community partners trying to move that ball forward and having a vision, you all helped bring it across the line and do what it takes to get that building there. And that farmers market is going to last our kids for generations. The chamber's thriving with 1,000 members, and they're getting ready to bring in the World Cup and show the world our community and put us on the best, put us forward with a global audience. You launched the Visitors Bureau. It's thriving. We are going to be bringing people in with tax dollars from all over the communities. These are all things that you have left better than you found them. The Economic Development Council is thriving with new leadership as of last year, which is going to open up new partnerships for jobs and new corporate partners that'll bring strong, healthy jobs to our community that they wouldn't have done on a plat of land that was empty. You have built an environment where people want to come. The airport's thriving, a new hangar, the education system going with the airport. There's absolutely nothing, nothing that you left on the table. And in terms of public safety, you allocated over $4 million in 1 year to get those employees to market rate when they first came, to put them above market average. You upgraded the police headquarters and the court facilities. You built new fire stations, number 4 and number 5. You invested in body, worn, and vehicle cameras for our police. You upgraded equipment and vehicles, including the additional 7th ambulance, a ladder truck, 2 water rescue boats, and a live burn training facility at fire station number 7. You repurposed an old fire station and opened a new police substation on the south side of the city this last summer, and soon we'll be celebrating the completion of the state-of-the-art Joint Operations Center. You have absolutely made public safety a priority. You changed our budget around in order to do so. You found unique ways to make sure that we are putting them first, and I do want to see what happens next to make sure the core services are supported as well. But you have absolutely transformed our city, and I've been here 50 years. I know what it was before, and I know the opportunities that we have now, and I'm so grateful for your service and your strength and your integrity. Please take that with you.
Thank you. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and move on at this point. We've got quite a bit of amendments, or excuse me, ordinances to go through tonight because we are getting ready to transition, and the staff's trying to button things up as far as the ordinances so that the new council can start fresh. Just so everybody knows, next week's sine die, there's not going to be, but second readings, I believe, on there, Mr. Dunning, is that correct?
There should be just 2 ordinances for second reading and then the resolution certifying the election results.
So it'll be really quick with regard to the actual business of the city. We'll get the new council sworn in and new mayor. All right, so let's start off with Councilmember Pryor. Would you please read Bill number 26-064?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I move to advance to a second reading, Bill number 26-064, an ordinance repealing ordinance number 10107 related to the schedule of fees and charges for the city of Lee Summit and establishing a new schedule of fees and charges to take effect July 1st, 2026 for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. I have a motion to move to second reading, Bill number 26-064 by Councilmember Pryor, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. Does move to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Pryor, would you please read for adoption?
Thank you. I move for adoption, Bill number 26-064, an ordinance repealing ordinance number 10107 related to the schedule of fees and charges for the city of Lee Summit and establishing a new schedule of fees and charges to take effect July 1st, 2026 for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to adopt Bill number 26-064 by Councilmember Pryor, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Rader, would you please read Bill number 26-065?
Thank you. I move to second reading Bill number 26065, an ordinance approving amendment number 4 to the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026, adopted by the ordinance 10132, 10133, 10136, 10137, and 10138 by amending the authorized expenditures for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-065 by Councilmember Rader, seconded by Councilmember Shields. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It does move to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Rader, would you please?
I move for adoption Bill number 26-065, an ordinance approving amendment number 4 to the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026, is adopted by the ordinances 10132, 10133, 10136, 10137, and 10138 by amending the authorized expenditures for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to adopt Bill number 26-065 by Councilmember Rader, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-066?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 26-066, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of hardware, software, and services through Midwestern Higher Education Commission cooperative agreement with Dell for the city's equipment and software replacement programs and support services for software implementation for a not-to-exceed amount of $600,000 and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by him on behalf of the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-066 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It moves to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-066, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of hardware, software, and services through the Midwestern Higher Education Commission cooperative agreement with Dell for the city's equipment and software replacement programs and support services for software implementations for a not-to-exceed amount of $600,000 and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-066 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It does pass unanimously. Thank you.
Next couple passed down to me, Mayor, if you want me
Okay.
to take them.
Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-067?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 26-067, an ordinance approving the statement of work for professional services with Bellesage Partners to provide supplemental payroll support for Workday and payroll system fixes and authorizing the city manager to execute the same for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-067 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous. Second reading, please. Councilmember Shields.
Yep. I now move for adoption of Bill number 26-067, an ordinance approving the statement of work for professional services with Bellesage Partners to provide a supplemental payroll support and Workday payroll system fixes and authorizing the city manager to execute the same for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to adopt Bill number 26-067 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-068?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 26-068, an ordinance approving the award of RFP number 2026-046 for EMS billing and cost recovery services for a 3-year term with up to 2 one-year renewals to EMS Management and Consultants, Inc., EMS MC, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-068 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It goes to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-068, an ordinance approving the award of RFP number 2026-046 for EMS billing and cost recovery services for a 3-year term with up to 2 one-year renewals to EMS Management Consultants, Inc., EMS MC, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading. Is this move to second reading? This is adopt. Adopt. Motion to adopt Bill number 26-068 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-069?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 26-069, an ordinance approving the purchase and installation of pet platinum turf at the City of Lee Summit Animal Control Facility through an existing city contract with Turf Etc. LLC, DBA Sin Lawn, in an amount not to exceed $167,030.14, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same by and on behalf of the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-069 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Yes, Councilmember Rader.
Thank you. I'm just really curious. That's a lot of money for pet turf, and I don't know what really, I guess I don't know what pet turf is. Is this for installation? I don't know if Chief Bunker's still here.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. Travis Forbes, Chief of Police. This is the area where we exercise our animals at animal control, the dogs mostly. As you can imagine, it's currently natural grass, and if you have a dog, you know how destructive they can be in your backyard. Well, repeat that many times over with multiple dogs.
And so this is a solution to put a turf product down that will be good for the dogs and also withstand the abuse that it tends to receive from the frequent walking that our volunteers and our staff at Animal Control do at that facility. So we're very much looking forward to this solution to improve our animal control services down there.
So this doesn't include any of our police dogs?
No,
Anything?
no, this is
That's just a
specific to
separate
our
thing just
animal
for our
control
animal control.
dogs, so, no.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Mayor.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill Number 26-069, an ordinance approving the purchase and installation of pet platinum turf at the City of Lee Summit Animal Control Facility through an existing city contract with Turf Etc. LLC, DBA Sin Lawn, in an amount not to exceed $167,030.14, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same by and on behalf of the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. I have a motion to adopt Bill Number 26-069 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Lopez, would you please read? Councilmember Hodges, would you please? Oh, no. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill Number 26-070?
Everybody wants to go home early. I move for second reading Bill Number 26-070, an ordinance authorizing an increase in spending under professional services agreement between the City of Lee Summit and Seed LLC for a contracted position to develop and present technical training for a not to exceed amount of $200,000, and authorizing the city manager to execute all documents for the same by and on behalf of the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading, Bill Number 26-070 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption Bill Number 26-070, an ordinance authorizing an increase in spending under professional services agreement between the City of Lee Summit and Seed LLC for a contract position to develop and present technical training for a not to exceed amount of $200,000, and authorizing the city manager to execute all documents for the same by and on behalf of the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading, Bill Number 26-070 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Second reading. Okay, this is to adopt. Yeah, you're right. It's to adopt. Councilmember Shields first, Carlisle second. Discussion. Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Do you have the next one? Bill number, Councilmember Shields, would you please? Bill number 26-071.
I move for second reading of Bill Number 26-071, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of hardware, software, and services through City of Mesa, Arizona, SHI Omnia Cooperative Purchasing Agreement with SHI International in an amount not to exceed $3,300,000 as set out in the FY26 budget, and authorizing the city manager to execute any subsequent documents necessary to obtain the same for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading, Bill number 26-071 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Yes, Councilmember Rader.
Thank you. So is this, and I don't know if Ms. Newman is here, but is this something that occurs every year, 3.3 million? I just kind of like to have an understanding of what this is and, you know, for the people that are maybe watching. It's a large sum of money.
This is a larger spend this year. A lot of it is the hardware for the JOC data center. And then also we do through the software replacement programs. But we also have bought new software, and we have leveraged our spend and have gotten discounted prices. So based on their quotes, they also have responded to RFPs and have won those RFPs. So we had come back here, I can't remember the exact date, and I think we'd asked for about 1.15 million. And that, because they've won bids and because of the JOC, we have gotten more through this vendor.
So this is in addition to what?
It's a total spend. So we came back, we used two different contracts with SHI, and one of them, or both of them, we were saying the average spend would be around 1.15 this year. But because of RFPs, new software and upgrades, and new
software for the JOC, we are exceeding what we typically spend on a given year.
Okay, so it's to.
We have more activity this year.
Okay, all right, so it includes the JOC, and it was in addition to, I hear what you're saying, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, because I didn't remember, I thought I remembered the 1.5, and so that was discussed sometime, and.
Right,
it
so
said it was
it's
in the
total,
26
this is just, it's expanding it beyond the 1.1, but it's a total for that supplier.
And so it was already included in the 26 budget, then the some
Yes, so
total
some of it
3
is the bond money and some of it is operating expense.
Okay, all right, thank you for that clarification. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in, please record the vote. Does move to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill Number 26-071, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of hardware, software, and services through City of Mesa, Arizona, SHI Omnia Cooperative Purchasing Agreement with SHI International in an amount not to exceed $3,300,000 as set out in the FY26 budget, and authorizing the city manager to execute any subsequent documents necessary to obtain the same for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-071 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion. Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. And Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-072?
Thank you. I move for second reading Bill Number 26-072, an ordinance approving change order number 7 with AVAAP U.S.A. LLC to expand services to assist in implementing Workday Enterprises resource planning in an additional amount of $118,250 for a total contract amount not to exceed $588,815, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-072 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion. Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It does go to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I now move for adoption of Bill Number 26-072, an ordinance approving change order number 007 with AVAAP U.S.A. LLC to expand services to assist implementing Workday Enterprises resource planning in an additional amount of $118,250 for a total contract not to exceed $588,815, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. A motion to adopt Bill number 26-072 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Hodges, would you please read Bill number Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-073?
Thank you, Mayor. I move for second reading of Bill Number 26-073, an ordinance approving a cooperative agreement 2026-060 with AccuBrine LLC and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-073 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It goes to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you, and I move for adoption of Bill Number 26-073, an ordinance approving a cooperative agreement 2026-060 with AccuBrine LLC and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. A motion to adopt Bill number 26-073 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Rader, would you please read Bill number 26-074?
Thank you. I move to second reading Bill number 26-074, an ordinance approving work order to number 3 to the on-call agreement for the professional engineering services number 2026-061-3, RFQ number 2025-061, dated February 5th, 2026, between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri, and HDR Engineering, Inc. for the professional engineering services for project number 1104 MBC Winnebago EFHB for a not-to-exceed amount of $174,895, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-074 by Councilmember Rader, seconded by Councilmember Shields. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous. Councilmember Rader, would you please?
I move for adoption Bill number 26-074, an ordinance approving work order number 3 to the on-call agreement for professional engineering services number 2026-061-3, RFQ number 2025-061, dated February 5th, 2026, between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri, and HDR Engineering, Inc. for the professional engineering services for project number 1104 MBC-Winnebago EFHB for a not-to-exceed amount of $174,895, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-074 by Councilmember Rader, seconded by Councilmember Shields. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimously adopted. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-075?
Thank you, Mayor. I move for second reading Bill number 26-075, an ordinance authorizing the use of a parts and service contract with Ford Motor Company authorized dealership for maintenance and repair of municipal vehicles.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-075 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimous. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-075, an ordinance authorizing the use of a parts and services contract with Ford Motor Company authorized dealership for maintenance and repair of municipal vehicles.
Thank you. I have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-075 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-076?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 26-076, an ordinance approving an amendment to an agreement between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri, and the United States Geologic Survey for the installation and maintenance of stream gauges and authorizing the mayor to execute the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-076 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It does go to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption Bill number 26-076, an ordinance approving an amendment to an agreement between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri, and the United States Geologic Survey for the installation and maintenance of stream gauges and authorizing the mayor to execute the same.
Thank you. I have a motion to move to second. This is to adopt, I'm sorry. Bill number 26-076 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It's unanimously adopted. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-077?
Thank you. I move for second reading Bill number 26-077, an ordinance awarding the bid for project number P296SS for the Surface Seal FY27 program to Vance Brothers LLC in the amount of $1,310,772.82 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-077 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It does go to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-077, an ordinance awarding the bid for project number P296SS for the Surface Seal FY27 program to Vance Brothers LLC in the amount of $1,310,772.82 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-077 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-078?
Thank you. I move for second reading Bill number 26-078, an ordinance awarding the bid for project number P296OV for the mill and overlay FY27 program to Ideker, Inc. in an amount of $4,256,868.18 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading Bill number 26-078 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It goes to second reading unanimously. Councilmember Shields, would you please?
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-078, an ordinance awarding the bid for project P296OV for the mill and overlay FY27 program to Ideker, Inc. in the amount of $4,256,868.18 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-078 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. Bill is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Okay, now that we're down, we went through the ordinances forwarded from committee, and they had to have 2 readings. Now we're going to go to proposed ordinances first reading. So this will just have a 1 reading. Councilmember Rader, would you please read Bill 26-080?
Thank you. I move to advance the second reading, Bill number 26-080, an ordinance approving amendment number 5 to the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2026, is adopted by the ordinances 10132, 10133, 10136, 10137, and 10138 by amending the authorized expenditures for the city.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to second reading, Bill number 26-080 by Councilmember Rader, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Yes, Councilmember Shields.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wondered if staff could give a brief description of this one since it didn't go through committee.
Yep. Sure. So this is with the Legacy Blast coming up in July. It's the 250th for the United States of America, and also it'll be during the World Cup period. And so Mr. Snook and the Parks Department they facilitate Legacy Blast on behalf of the community. So Parks is the conduit in order to have the Independence Day fireworks. And so recognizing that we'll likely have more visitors and the community may have increased expectations since it's the 250th, this additional $38,000 would put on a more intense fireworks show, not a longer fireworks show, but a more intense show over that duration. Enhancements in the way of more programming and things out at Legacy Park, and then also transportation from area hotels for visitors who may want to go to Legacy Park and experience that environment too, knowing that we're limited in parking out there anyway. And so those are some of the enhancements that could be realized through this. We'll call it one-time, funding. This would not be expected every year.
Thank you, Mr. Dunning. And I guess when I say that didn't go through committee, I shouldn't have quite said that, because we did have a discussion at Finance and Budget about this. We just didn't have the ordinance in front of us. So
that's correct.
We kind of discussed as a one-time for the nation's 250th birthday doing this, and came to a consensus that paying for this additional spend out of general fund balance would make sense as kind of a balance with the other funds that have been allocated for World Cup spending out of the B&I fund. So just for council's information.
Thank you. Thanks for the explanation. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. It goes to second reading unanimously. Thank you. We're going to go to proposed ordinances, second reading. These have been first read already, and now they're in front of us for second reading. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-053?
Thank you. I move for second reading of Bill number 26-053, an ordinance approving rezoning from District Agricultural to District CP2 Planned Community Commercial and a preliminary development plan on approximately 9 acres of land generally located at the southeast intersection of Northeast Lee Summit Road and Northeast Douglas Street, all in accordance with provisions of Chapter 33 Unified Development Ordinance of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-053 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-054?
Thank you, Mayor. I move for second reading of Bill number I move for adoption of Bill number 26-054, an ordinance approving a preliminary development plan for the View High Sports Complex on land located at 3301 Northwest Ashurst Drive, all in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 33, the Unified Development Ordinance of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-054 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is adopted 7-1. 7 votes to 1. Thank you. Councilmember Shields, would you please read Bill number 26-0?
55.
Did I skip one? 55. 26-055 for adoption, please.
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-055, an ordinance granting a special use permit for an inflatable dome in District CP2 Plan Community Commercial on land located at 3301 Northwest Ashurst Drive for a period of 5 years, all in accordance with Article 6 of the Unified Development Ordinance for the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-055 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is also adopted 7-1. And now we have Councilmember Shields with Bill number 26-063.
Thank you. I move for adoption of Bill number 26-063, an ordinance approving the 2026 labor agreement by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri and the International Association of Firefighters Local 2195 and authorizing the city manager to execute the same by and on behalf of the city.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 26-063 by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Yes, Councilmember Pryor.
I will be recusing from this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. All votes are in. Please record the vote. That bill is passed 7-0 with one recusal. Thank you. And that takes us to committee reports. Really? You've got a committee report? Wow. Okay, let's hear it.
We're going to have a
Shields.
special meeting of the Finance and Budget Committee on Monday, the 20th, to begin a discussion of next year's budget. Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Any other committee reports? Council comments? Oh, yes. Committee report or council comment? Report. Councilmember Carlisle wants to do a committee report. Yes.
I just want to remind those on the committee that the legislative, this would be you, Mayor, and Governmental Relations Committee will meet, right? We are meeting, yeah? Okay. Monday, the 20th at 11:30 via Zoom.
Thank you.
I'm not done yet.
Okay. Right to the last minute, yep. That's fine. Councilmember Pryor?
Thank you. Public Works met last night. We approved the business items tonight on the agenda, but I would like to remind everyone that the maps in our packets for the mill and overlay and surface seal programs will be available on the city's website if you're interested in knowing what streets will be repaved and sealed this year. We also heard a presentation of the FY27 capital improvement plan. That draft plan has been published on the city's website for public review and your review. Yeah, for comment. And I believe the communications department's going to be putting something online. If they didn't today, it will be soon, so it'll be easily accessible. There will be a public hearing for the CIP at the Planning Commission next week, April 23rd. The CIP will come forward to City Council for adoption with the FY27 budget. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, that was committee reports. Now we're going to go to council comments. Council comments? Councilmember Shields.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few tonight, but I'll try to be quick. First is a staff shout out. When I was on my way to get coffee this weekend, I saw Michael Park out picking up trash on the median, and I just think that it says a lot about our city and about our leadership that folks get out and do the work, assuming it wasn't court-ordered community service. But no, we appreciate you and appreciate seeing you out there, so thank you. And then a few other things. A really sincere thank you to our outgoing mayor and council members. It has been a real honor serving with you. I'm kind of annoyed that Lovell isn't here to be embarrassed by all this, but okay. But Mayor Baird, I have learned a ton from you. You show leadership when it's not easy. The contract that we voted on tonight for our firefighters union would not have gotten over the finish line without you, and I really appreciate all the hard work you've done for the city. Councilmember Hodges, since you are here, I will embarrass you. I have really, really enjoyed getting to know you. I'm excited for our incoming council members, but I am sad that you didn't run for re-election because I think that you have been a great public servant. I think that you've grown so much on the dais. You have just done an awesome job, and we are going to miss you. I'm just disappointed that you don't bring the squishy baby to all the meetings because he's very cute. And I also want to say thank you to all of the candidates who ran, both those who won and those who were not victorious. It takes a lot to put yourself out there and run for office. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of work. And all of us are better up here because of everyone that ran. That we become better public servants when we have to explain our ideas, when we're challenged about our ideas. And so I really appreciate that. So thank you to everyone who worked so hard. And then just welcome to our new council members who are going to get sworn in next week. I see all three of our new council members in the audience. I think it speaks really highly of you that you have continued, that you've come to all these meetings, that you've continued to come to them. You could take a week off and just chill, but you came here to make sure that you are fully up to speed on everything that we're doing. And I'm really excited to serve with you. So that's all. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Reeder.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Well, I just wanted to mention that I appreciated Mark Dunning talking about the Corps General, because as we know, we've been receiving letters from Mrs. Hoon about this. So I think that it is really important. I hope that we keep that as top priority to make sure that we can make our pay with all of our employees as fair and equitable as we can. And I know we'll work on that. And then the last thing that I want to say is that I want to start off the next council with in a good vein, with a happy and a positive approach to things. But I will say that I hope that one of the first things that we do, because this is important to many people, that we as council, we make sure that we get the cameras turned back around. And we are respectful of the speakers, no matter what they have to say. Sometimes we don't like it. I didn't like some of the things that people said to me, but we have to be respectful of our residents and our constituents in that regard. So that's one thing I want to make sure as our new council that we do address that as soon as possible and keep going in a happy and positive way. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Pryor.
Thank you. So I will not be saying any goodbyes because I will start crying. But I just wanted to say, and I know it's just words, but I wanted to say all dispatch, but tonight specifically PD dispatch, that I'm sorry that there is that discrepancy and that I hope that we can come to a resolution soon, but also that I appreciate the work that they do, and I know how important they are to public safety and to our city, and they're there on the front line, and I hope that they are compensated fairly soon. And then also, yes, I agree with Councilmember Rader. I know that I said I will not bring it up again, though, until after the new council is here, because it's probably going to be a lengthy discussion, but the camera angles being turned around. And I think that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm not making any comments tonight because I'll just keep it for next week. So I do appreciate the kudos that was given by different council members as well as citizens and such. But I'll be more prepared next week to say a few things. But just know that I'm looking forward to being able to express myself in that way. And Mia Pryor asked me if I was going to cry. I think it was you. And I was like, I'm not crying tonight. Okay, people, not tonight. But next week I got no promises. So because I feel like I've been part of a big team and a big family, and community is family. And even the brothers you fight with are still family. So I'm pretty used to that, actually. So with that said, I will go to staff roundtable.
Thank you, Mayor. A few items to create awareness of. There's a couple staff reports in your packet this evening. Those are there to advise you of action that the Planning Commission has taken on our comprehensive plan to incorporate the new Sheer Parkway alignment through the South Property Reserve property. So that's an action they took. It's just more of an awareness that the comprehensive plan amendment is taking place. The other staff report on the license tax report is one that's required through the ordinances and that whole system when we implemented the license tax. So that is there for your review. That comes through the License Tax Review Committee. And then I would, if you're okay, Mayor, I'd like Chief Forbes and then Michael Park to share some accolades that we've recently received that wanted to make sure you have awareness of, and then I'll follow up with one last item after that.
Thank you, Mr. Dunning, Mayor, City Council members, Travis Forbes, Chief of Police, again. First of all, we received, I guess you'd call it re-recognition for Blue Shield application this year, which is an honor from the state. It recognizes advanced policing services and opens up potential funding opportunities for the city for public safety. That amount has not been determined from what I know so far, but it speaks obviously to the work of the men and women, some of which who are here tonight, but also it recognizes the city's contributions too. One of the questions they asked during the application process is the legislative support that you receive from your local governing body. So I think that speaks volumes to what this body has done for us in public safety too. So I want to express my appreciation for that. And the second is we received notice of an award from Officer Magazine. It's a national trade publication, obviously, for the building design for the South Substation. It's a bronze award. I will say that and reemphasize that I did contribute the color for the building, so that must have pushed it over the edge to receive that award. But no, really, it's a lot of work from city staff members, from building services to others in the city, and our Hafer Welker, our architect, and our Kelly Construction, our company who worked on that. They all played big roles in that award, so I'm glad that we did receive some recognition for putting new life into an old fire station, and it's serving its purpose down there very well. So I thought I'd share those two pieces of good news. Thank you.
Sir?
Just like to share also a little bit of good news. A couple of our largest projects we completed last year were recently recipients of some awards. The Colburn Road project was recognized by the American Concrete Paving Association, winning the Excellence in Paving Award for Municipal Streets and Intersections over 30,000 square yard category. We received that award back in February, end of February here in Kansas City. The Chipman Road project was selected for an honor award by the American Concrete and Engineering Companies of Missouri, that's ACEC Missouri, Engineering Excellence Award Competition. That one was received on March 5th in St. Louis. Chipman Road also received a Kansas City American Public Works Association award for the category of $5 million to $25 million project. And that one will advance on to national competition. And then Chipman Road also received American Society of Civil Engineers Casey Project of the Year Award. So we'll actually be receiving that award here in Kansas City tomorrow. So good work on behalf of our staff, our contractors, design consultants, and appreciate all the patience it took from our community as we endeavored those long projects, very massive projects, and the support of you all to get them accomplished. So good work.
All right, you too. Good work. Thank you.
But wait, there's more.
All right.
I'll speak on behalf of Tracy Albers, Development Services Director. Mayor, I know you were advised, but our community development block grant funding, we have received that official notice. It's $394,640. That's about $9,600 more than we received last year. So we'll continue to make good things happen through those funding resources throughout the communities. And with that, Mayor, that's it.
In the community development block grants, we often distribute to nonprofits, and it's one of the few things we get to do that have that kind of discretion and such. But there's still tight guidelines from the federal government.
That's correct. You're correct, Mayor.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, sir. All right. I think that's it. So, wow, we got through all that, and we're going to close this meeting at 7:35.